My car is woefully outdated. This thing is nearly 15 years old, but it's paid off, so I don't want to get rid of it. However, I have a long commute and I really want to update this. I didn't really know this was an option, but I came across this and I realized that you can update your entertainment system with these sort of smart displays. And so this is a smart display. It actually has integrated camera, and so you can do dash cam, you can do backup cam, you can do Apple CarPlay and some other things. And so you can bring, even with this old, outdated, I still got a CD player, that's how old this thing is. You can really bring this up to the 21st century with one of these devices, and I'm going to take you through exactly how to do that. All right, so I'm going to take you through the installation. Now, the first step of this is extremely simple. The bottom of this has got some adhesive on it, and you're just going to find the place you want to mount. Now, depending on your car, where you put this might be up here on the dash. It may be over to the side. You may have to do something different. I happen to be lucky. I've got this little flat section right here, and the only thing that's behind it is the clock. I don't need the clock. I wear a watch. There's going to be time displayed on this anyway, and so I don't mind blocking that. So this is a perfect little flat section for me to put this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All you do is you just peel this off. All right, there we go. So get this ready. I'm going to try to go ahead and center it as best I can. And there you go. So that, from an install standpoint, in terms of physically connecting this, I'm already done. It is on a bit of a swivel, and so once you put it in, you know, you're not locked into the mechanism. You can swivel it just like you would like a mirror. And so that adhesive, even though I just pressed it down, is already firmly in place, and so that's great. Super easy. Now I'm going to take you through the rest of it. All right, so the next step you're going to do is plug in the power port. This goes into a standard cigarette lighter. The plug is going to be on this far left side, and so let me move the camera to where you can actually see this real quick. You've got your port, so you've got room for an SD card, you've got an AV outlet, you've got another plug, and then you've got a Type-C. And so this power cord is going to be a Type-C on one end, so I'm going to go ahead and get that plugged in. All right, so that part is super easy. All you do is you plug it in on the back, you put the rest of it in the other end in the cigarette lighter. All right, the next step is going to be this. This is the reversing camera. And so yes, you can add this secondhand to your car. This is the reversing camera, and so I'm going to plug the other end, just your standard like AV in. I'm going to plug it into this other side, and then I'll figure out where I'm going to mount this. Got this here, pull it around back, plug it in, good to go. And again, I'll figure out what to do with the wires after. But now my backup camera is ready to go. So what you can do here is, instead of having to take stuff off and kind of messing with things, you can find that your door frame and stuff like that, your little sealant, it will just peel open. And so you can basically just feed it through like this. And so you'll be able to do that kind of all the way back through the car and get to the bottom. And I'll show you what it looks like. Now, when you get to the rear camera, you've got this red wire. And what that allows you to do is, if you want this to act like a backup camera, you can actually plug this into your reverse light on your car. So you can kind of splice that in, and it will automatically come on when you're reversing. If you don't want to do that, you just skip the step, and then it's just a standard rear view camera that you can access whenever you want. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the car and show you what it looks like. Give it a second to come on. So there we go. So you can see, absolutely just a beautiful display, beautiful thing. I need to go ahead and put the memory card in. You can see I'm going from this old school, you know, LCD with the digital 8. I mean, just a terrible interface. You can see here, this is a live view of my front dash cam, and then this is a live view of my rear dash cam. I'm parked on a side of a hill right now, and so I need to straighten that camera up, but this is a live view of my rear dash cam there. So you can see the front. Watch, if I tilt this up, that changes the angle so it looks a little bit over the dash more. And then you can see, like I said, you can see the back, which is awesome for backup purposes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this hooked up, and I'll show you the rest of the features. So this is plugged in, it's ready to go. I'm gonna go through the setup process and how you actually get everything paired up. So first thing you're gonna do is you are going to press the CarPlay icon. So I've got an iPhone here. Now you're going to follow the instructions that are on the screen. So I'm going to go into Bluetooth on my phone, and I'm going to show you this in real time. Go to Bluetooth on my phone. I will find the one that says, in my case, it's F900. There it is. Pair, press the button, allow it to sync with contacts. And then it says it'll take about 20 seconds for everything to sync the data from your phone over to the CarPlay system. And now there we go. So now I'm set up. I am matched up to my phone. You can see that's the battery percentage. I've got maps and other stuff like that. So if I go into maps here, and let's say I put in, here's a park we were looking at the other day. Go ahead and put that in and press go. Now that is going to go directly to my, instead of being just on my phone, it's going to be CarPlay through to the system. So that's really cool. Now I'm going to back out of this real quick, and I am going to look at pairing the rest of the Wi-Fi setup. So let's see. All right, so here you go. You can see I've got one of my favorite YouTube shows going on. Josh Pate, love watching him on College Football Show. But I've got one of my favorite shows going on, and I'm doing it through screen mirroring on my phone. And so I can go through my phone. You can see it's matching everything that I'm doing there. So if I turn that off and click stop mirroring, now it goes back. When I put this back on, you can see here that it gave me the check mark. So that means it's working. So now when I go here, my phone is mirroring in real time. And so if I want to scroll through, Instagram or whatever it may be, I can do all of that stuff. So if I want to go to YouTube, just click on a top hit. When I spin this sideways, it's going to go to landscape on the device as well. I don't have great service here right now, so that's why it's taking a while to load. But you can see that it goes to the horizontal landscape mode, and it switches right back in real time as well. All right, so one last thing. There is no subscription fee or anything like that. It actually comes with this little 64 gig SD card. So you take that out, you're going to pop it into the back section, and that's going to give you memory for, let me take some of this out so I can see. That's going to give you memory so that you can actually record incidents and things like that. So let me get this plugged in. All right, so when I first put it in, it gave me a note about it formatting to the formatting the card. And so you can see right here, that little icon suggests that it has that in there. And so now I'm going to go into my, let's see, go to home. I go to this, you can see right here, if I press record, so now I can actually record what I'm seeing out of that. That is the rear of my camera. So I can record what I'm seeing there. All right, so I wanted to make sure I gave a really clear view of the actual screen itself and just how good the picture quality is. So right now I'm in CarPlay mode, so I'm connected via Bluetooth. You can see it's basically showing my phone. Over here on this side, I can kind of scroll through my apps. I can go to Spotify, I can go to Pandora, I can go to Waze, do whatever. It got call logs in here, Pandora, you can see different stations and stuff like that. So CarPlay works great. Over here, what we've got is a live view of the front of my car. And so when I go home here, so this is a live view. I'm in my garage currently, so you can see that's the front. This is a live view of my reverse camera. So if I were to back out of my driveway right now, again, you can see crystal clear image. It has a really wide field. This is the entire width of my 2-car garage pretty much that you can see, because my trash cans are over here on the far side, and then this is the wall on the other end. So in just that really short distance, you've got a really wide angle lens, which is going to be great for backing out. But really impressed with the picture quality of this. I think that the clarity and the definition is fantastic. Like I said, you can go through a bunch of different things. So right here would be where I could do my reverse line calibration. I don't think you could see that in the other thing, but here what I can do is I can adjust these set points, right? I could get out in the garage, I could get out in the driveway and kind of adjust these set points and pull them to where I need to, so that I understand where the back of my car is, which is a nice thing, being able to kind of customize that in. There's all kinds of other features. Of course, you can play with the brightness, you can play with the sound, you can do whatever you want. But yeah, overall, I am just very, happy with this device. It does exactly what I want it to do, and I'm going to be using it every single day, driving on the way to work, listening to podcasts, using the maps features, using CarPlay. Could not be happier with this. Install was super easy. The setup was super easy. The features are good, and the quality of it just seems fantastic.